Oh, it's a lovely day here in Bobbyland, and I'm Wayne Sleep. And today I'm going to be helping Mr. Blobby to understand all about ballet. Isn't that right, Mr. Blobby? Well, yes. Ballet dancers are like athletes, and they have to have powerful muscles and be very strong to dance for 2 or 3 hours at a time. Yes, that's it. Yes, there you go. Oh, ouch. Right, now we'll start with a few simple warm-up exercises to get the body all warmed up. Now, the first thing we're going to do is you bend your knees and you stretch them. That's right. Oh, was that hard? Do you think you could go all the way down? Let's try one like this. All the way down to the bottom, keeping your back straight. That's it. Oh, you're not meant to make that kind of noise, Mr. Blobby, really. Yes, well, all right. I think we're ready to move on to a backmon now, shall we? Get one leg behind the other and bend, arms in front, and pirouette. Woo! Oh, yes, well, you're not meant to end up facing the back, Mr. Blobby. Get on. Oh, sorry about this, but it was very good, really. Yes, you're excellent, really. Right, are you ready? Yes, good. Now, calm down. Calm down. Now. Oh, your booty-wooties. Oh, here we go. Oh. That's it.
Hold it there.
Can we just
reset the leg?
Here we go. And one. Here we go. Oh, nearly. Oh. Very good. Very good. Oh, are you all right there? Yeah. It's hard work. I told you it'd be hard work. And you could do a series of them like this. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Yeah? Do you want to try that?
No.
No, I don't think we'll try that one. But you know, yeah, I thought so. Now, you know, Mr. Blobby, one of the most famous ballets is Swan Lake. Do you know it?
Blobby.
Oh, you've never heard of it? No. Never heard of it? It's the most famous one with the dance of the cygnets in it. You must know it.
Blobby.
So do you... Oh, no. Oh, Mr. Blobby, you're not meant to get wet. You're not meant to fall in the lake, dear me. Oh, let me help you up. Oh, are you all right? Oh.
Hold it.
Oh, Blobby.
Hold it.
Oh. Are you all right? Help me.
Blobby.
You're all right, Barry. Oh, I've broken the thing.
Oh, Blobby.
Girls.
I think the story of Swan Lake is fascinating. It's about the Princess Odette, who is turned into a swan by the wicked magician and falls in love with a prince called Siegfried, because at night she becomes partly human to his surprise and astonishment. Do you know they fall in love and the prince promises to rescue her? The magician stops the rescue and Siegfried rushes off to the lake to beg for her. Oh. Ah!
It's an exciting day here in Blobbyland, especially at the recently opened Exercise and Fitness Centre. And here comes one of their star pupils now. The club's motto is, if at first you don't succeed, who's gonna know? Many of the centre's regular clients have reached supreme fitness levels. Of course, some have not. Here at the fitness centre, they teach about diet, deportment, exercise and good sportsmanship. Mr. Blobby is ready to join his aerobics class.
One, here we go. Add up. 4 more. 4. Okay, one on to the side. 8, 7. Yep. Again. Okay, that's good. All right. Heel to bum. Pick it up. Pick it up. And out. Your arms. Pull it. Go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3. Okay, turn to the right now. Turn to the right. Here we go. 4, 3, 2. Back to the front. Here. Stay here. Stay here. Stay here. 10. Here we go. Yep. Stay here. Okay, well done, everyone. Let's take that down to a march. March it out. Okay, cooling you down. And shake it out. Okay, as your mat please, to stretch you out.
I think you'll find, Mr. Blobby, that that was just the warm-up.
Okay, everybody, here we go. Let's go to work now. It's time for some real exercise. Okay, work with some of these. Arms. Get up. Good.
Mr. Blobby likes to work out on the weights as often as he can. No wonder this athletic specimen is in the shape he's in. Blobby is one of the best badminton players in the world. There's not much he doesn't know about the sport. What he doesn't know about badminton is quite important, really. It is important to make regular checks on how the athlete's body responds to the punishing exercises. The multi-gym is something that Blobby excels at. Yes, Mr. Blobby is no lightweight. The annual five-a-side football match is the highlight of the sporting calendar. And sporting hero Blobby is the man everyone wants on their team. Yeah. Well, sometimes I get it wrong. Look at the cool confidence in Mr. Blobby's performance. Another triumph for our hero and his loyal supporters. Mr. Blobby is about to take a relaxing sauna. We'll give him some privacy. Mr. Blobby! Looks like he's overdone it with the steam again. Of course, Blobby is no stranger to sporting activity, but Garth Crooks is to the offside rule.
Hello, Mr. Blobby.
Blobby, Blobby, Blobby.
Yeah, it is a beautiful day here in Blobbyland.
Blobby, blob, blob, Blobby.
What am I doing? I'm playing football. Do you know how to play football?
Blobby, Blobby.
Would you like to learn how to play, Mr. Blobby?
Oh, Blobby, 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 Blobby. Oh, Blobby, Blobby, Blobby.
OK. Can you kick the ball, Mr. Blobby?
Blobby, 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 Blobby. Oh, Blobby, 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 Blobby.
Oh, Mr. Blobby, you are a silly Billy. You made a mess of that ball,
please.
Mr. Blobby.
Oh, Blobby. Blobby, 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 Blobby. Oh, Blobby.
Can we...
Oh,
Can
Blobby.
we get someone in, boys?
Oh, Blobby. Blobby.
Let's get it up as quick as you can, please. Are you all right? You all right, Barry?
No, oh, thanks my foot. Thanks my foot.
He's got caught in the net.
Sorry, I can't do it. Oh, that's it, I'm all right. Oh, sorry. Oh,
You all right?
sorry, Garth.
OK, thank you. Quick as we can now.
We don't have 2 goals, Barry.
Sorry.
Here goes.
Oh, what?
Blobby.
Can we untangle him?
Come on, boys, quickly again.
Oh,
We're in an overrun now.
he says
So,
energy.
you know, it's great, the energy.
He says energy. He says
But you're wrecking the set. So, of course, in a real game of football, we'd have teams. Do you know how many boys and girls there are in a football team, Mr. Blobby?
Blobby, Blobby. 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 Blobby.
I think we need the thought. I think you just have to come in.
Blobby. Blobby. Blobby.
That's right.
Blobby.
11. Carry on. Blobby dribbling through.
Blobby. 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 Blobby.
Hold it.
Blobby.
Nice one, Barry.
Boys.
But remember, when you're dribbling, an opposing player might tackle you. Tackling means taking the ball away from you, but without committing a foul. I'm going to tackle you. Ready, Mr. Blobby?
Blobby. Blobby. Blobby.
You certainly know about playing football now.
Oh, Blobby. Oh, Blobby. 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 What a tackle! That was terrible. Where's the red card? Where's the ref?
Oh, no, I can't believe it.
Now, did you catch Mr. Blobby's unforgettable contribution to the World Cup? That's right, he was singing the song. But why wasn't he on the pitch? Well, in the commentary box, we were all asking the question, just how good a footballer is Mr. Blobby?
But what can you say about Mr. Blobby, or as the fans call him, Blozzer? I mean, every generation has its football heroes. Blobby Charlton, Blobby Moore, Blobby Styles. But the big name for the 90s has got to be Mr. Blobby. I tell you this, I wouldn't like to be the goalkeeper standing between the goalposts when Mr. Blobby's thundering towards you. Come to that, I wouldn't even like to be the goalpost.
There's lots of talk these days about who's the better player, Gazza or Blozzer. Well, for my money, there's only one winner in that argument, and that's football. Anyway, you can't really make a comparison. After all, Mr. Blobby's thinner than Gazza, isn't he? And you can understand what he's saying.
Blobby, 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 Blobby!
I've never seen anything like Mr. Blobby. Last time I saw him play against the Growth Under-15 Reserves B team, he's taken a high pass in the centre, he's nodded it down to his toes, then he's totally wrong-footed the keeper and been facing an open goal. Yet he's only gone off to the dressing room for a cup of tea.
So many well-known British footballers have ended up here in Italy. And at the moment, Mr. Blobby's the one catching the interest. He's so difficult to tackle. The defenders just seem to bounce off him.
I've never quite seen the attraction of Mr. Blobby. He is average in midfield, not one of the game's great defenders, and you wouldn't want him up front. If I was him, I'd stick to the ballet dancing.
You know, it's a funny old game, football, and there's not many players around these days with such an encyclopedic knowledge of the game as Mr. Blobby. His tactical use of the rules and his analytical prowess are second to none, except perhaps Garth Crooks.
When I'm nearer the goal line than the outfield player, not including the goalkeeper.
Garth never did understand the offside rule.
My new series, starting next season, called Blobs and Greavesy, is going to be a real eye-opener. Mr. Blobby is one of the few footballers around who really knows one end of the pitch from the other, and believe me, that can be an advantage.
He's a home builder, as well as an accomplished chef, as we will see a little later.
Hello! Hi! Yes. Oh, no, it's all right. No, it's okay. Think nothing of it. You only had to ask. Yeah, I'm very happy to help you with your paperwork.
That sort of paperwork. Oh, actually, I rather like decorating. Now, the secret, Blobby, of good DIY is good preparation.
Oh, Blobby, Blobby, Blobby.
What we need is a bucket of paste.
Oh, Blobby.
Bucket of paste. Scissors. Brush. Yeah, very funny. Very funny. Yeah, all right. OK, now look. This is serious stuff. You are now going to do the paper measuring. OK, you take the top of the paper and let the roll fall to the ground. Up the steps. There you go. You've got to get it right, otherwise you... Remember, take the top of the paper and let the roll fall to the ground. Not quite what I meant, but anyway, look, come here. Hold on to the end of the paper, then when you're ready, let the roll fall to the ground. There you go. All right. Look, decorating's not meant to be dangerous. Come on. Right. OK. I've got the steps. Oh, look, we're going to need another roll of paper now. OK. You go up the steps, and I'll hand you the paper. Are you there? Now, concentrate on this. There you go. And when you're ready, let the roll go down to the ground, and then I'll mark it.
Blobby!
OK.
Blobby!
Good. See, if there's 2 ways of doing it, you'll find 3. OK, I'm just going to mark that there. Jolly good. Now we'll go and paste it. Come on.
Blobby!
Now, this is the bit you have to do very, very carefully. You need... Blobby, you need the scissors so you get a nice finish at the end. Oh, well, suit yourself. Right, there we go. There's your brush. And paste. Now, try and be careful with the paste. It's usual to do it on the back. The back. Turn it over. Good man. Well done. Very good. You seem to have got the hang of this. Gently. Just nice and gently. Gently. That's lovely. Oh, do it yourself.
Louie, I'm over here. Louie, I'm over here. Louie, I'm over here. Louie, help me, Louie. Please get.
It's all right, I'm fine. Hey, no, I'm all right. You've got some bubbles here. Now, I'll show you a tip for how to get rid of these. Now, you simply puncture each air bubble with a pin. You like using a lot of paste, don't you? Yes, yeah, all right. Well, it's a job, oh, well, it's done. Come on, let's get on with the next task. Come on, Blobby. Come on. Blobby, stop it. Don't panic. This is one of the simplest jobs to do around the house. If you've got a blocked kitchen sink, you just simply reach underneath. There's a little screw on the bottom of the pipe, and you sort the problem.
Oh, Blobby!
I'll show you. Right, come and watch. Right.
Blobby.
Important to get the bucket there.
Blobby.
Because some of the water coming out will not be very nice, because it's been in the sink, hasn't it? And then, there you go. And you tip that out of there, see? That's good. Lovely. Right, and then you check there's anything just...
Blobby! Blobby, what have you done? Blobby, you... Oh, for goodness sake! Where is he? Where is he? Come on, where are you, Blob? Blobby. Oh, hi. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Build your own garden shed. Oh, this is going to be all right. This is going to be easy because you just need the base. You need the two ends, one with a door in. We want the four sides. One side's got the window. Yeah, and a roof. And that's, yep, good. Right. Blob. You've you got it the wrong way up. Wrong way up. Yeah. Got the map the wrong way up. Should be like that. Oh! Oh, who are you calling a know-all? Look, if a job is worth doing, a job is worth doing well. Now, kindly pass me that rake, Blobby. Oh. Thank you very much. Oh, that's well done. Yep, that'll sort us out perfectly. Just what we want. Blob! Blob! I've just spent an hour clearing the whole area. Oh! Oh! Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. Now, the secret, Blobby, is not to rush a job like this. Otherwise, accidents could happen. Oh! Mind your fingers. Right, now, just hold the two sides together. OK, now hold that very, very still. OK, you mustn't move. I'll just go and get another section. Oh, no. I said don't move. This is no time to take a break. We haven't finished yet. Great. Good. That's the roof done. All right. This is the bit I like, the window. Good. Yeah. Oh, for good... Do stop playing around, please. I'll never get this done. Oh, all right, that's a good job, well done. Very good. Oh, that's good. What's wrong? No, you haven't got it on yourself. Oh, daft brush. Good. Look, I reckon it was worth a bit of pain. Another job well done. Right, what's next? Oh, my pleasure. Anytime, Blobby, just pick up the phone. Oh, you haven't got my number? Shame.
It's a lovely day in Blobbyland, and Mr. Blobby is very excited. Today he's being allowed into the kitchen with his very special visitors, Hudson and Halls, who are going to teach Mr. Blobby how to cook.
Watch it, Mr. Blobby.
Hello,
Nice
Mr.
to
Blobby.
see you, Mr. Blobby.
Hello, Mr. Blobby.
What are we going to do?
Yes,
Doing
Mr.
tuna-
Blobby,
tuna
first
boats?
of all, we're going to do some lovely savoury tuna boats.
And then we're going to do a little dessert called bunnies on the lawn, which will be made clear to you afterwards.
Blobby, 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 blobby.
Watch it
You'll love
there, you're a bit
those.
bigger than me.
And then also, too, we're going to do some frozen yoghurt with a lovely berry sauce and cream.
Can I tell you something? Mr. Blobby isn't dead. Now, we're going to start firstly with the rolls here. We've got some bread rolls here, just to show you. I just cut the top off, like that. Careful there, Mr. Bobby. Don't get too
Well,
excited,
he's frightened about
you know.
the knife, you
Oh,
see.
I'll put it away safely. Yes, be
Blobby,
very
blobby,
careful
blobby,
with
blobby,
knives in the kitchen.
blobby,
So I've
blobby.
emptied those out. So you hollowed them out.
Put
Naughty!
Put
No,
that back.
hey, I want that for later.
Oh,
Done it on my own
blobby,
place, I'll
blobby.
do it in somebody else's.
And also,
you need to
too,
lose some weight, Mr.
we
Blobby, I
need-
think.
Now, you have some tuna, which is another one, which is this colour. This bowl closest to the glass. That's it.
Blobby,
so you
blobby.
pop that in there, tip that in there. No, take it out of the bowl.
Oh,
That's it.
That's it. Now, mix that together with a spoon and don't put it all over the place. And also to the spring onions.
Careful, I'll hold the bowl for us. And the spring onions, please, Mr. I'll get the spring... There they are. They match your eyes, the green ones.
Blobby, blobby,
That's the boy. Good boy.
Careful,
That's
that's
it.
enough,
Put them all in, that's enough.
that's enough. I
Here
hope
we
your
are.
kids are
Stir
doing
this
better than this at
round.
home. because we want-
We're not
Now,
going to worry very much about
Now,
measurements
also,
here, because
too,
it doesn't matter how much
Can you
put
bring
in.
me 2 eggs, please?
This would be good. Well done.
Whole box.
I think.
Careful with them. Oh, yes, that's a shame.
Well done.
You careful.
Now
I
just
have
break
it here.
in the bowl.
Right.
Break
Now,
one.
do you want one for yourself as well?
Yes, break one in
another
here.
one.
Break
No,
in
don't
here.
get another egg.
Here,
Oh,
he's
you've
got one. He's got one.
good.
Break it in there.
Break it in there. That's it.
Oh, well, we slide.
No.
Never mind. Stir it round well. Good cook, children.
Now, just mix this all together.
Let's make one at the same time. Oh, do another one.
Oh, I don't think we need...
That's
that'll be
enough. We've
That's
had enough eggs,
Right,
Mr.
we've had
Blobby,
enough
thank
eggs.
you.
We
We'll
don't
take
need the
that shell
shells.
out. There's no egg in here
Peter,
at
have you
all.
got the other rolls now? I'll get them for you.
That's going to cost the BBC the earth, Mr. Blobby. That's
Now, can you put some of that in
Yes,
there,
now
Peter?
here, you
That's all
are
right.
rotten. No. Oh, Mr. Blobby. Naughty boy. Naughty.
Well, you won't get any when they're cooked.
No, that's it. You're finished.
Right,
You're
I'll
off.
clear
You're
up.
off. You naughty boy, Mr. Blobby. Isn't he naughty, children? Now, all we've got here, these are a bit big, these plates, but we'll just imagine this. The green jelly is to represent grass. You could do this as well. Oh, lovely.
Isn't quite the way we
Not
wanted.
Oh, you well... Where's the cloves? Here, I'll pop the cloves in. There's eye. Now, this is all I do. I've got a marshmallow here. Who took all the knives?
I did.
Just break
Everybody
the marshmallow in half.
Right.
And then squinch it round like that, and that just goes at the back like that, and that makes a little tail. You
Now,
see?
here's a
That's
little
a poppy
marshmallow for
little
you,
tail.
look. Let's
Just pop
cut
that
one
on
for
your
you.
bunny. Oh, beautifully done. That is a picture. Well, that is a little bunny, and the green jelly represents grass.
Right.
Next.
Right, we were going to do you some frozen yoghurt. I don't know where it is.
No, don't eat the jelly yet.
No.
Eat it later.
Leave the jelly.
Never mind.
Fall down.
Never
enough,
mind, I
don't
can't help that. Well, you'll get enough, won't you?
All right.
Pretend
You're
like
meant to
Mr.
do it
Blobby
in
does.
the bowl.
Oh, I did
bowl.
not.
Try and get it in the bowl, would you? There's a good
Now, do you
fella.
want some of this? Not
Yes.
too fast, Mr. Blobby, thank you.
Whoops, that's enough.
Just
thank
slow
you.
down, slow down.
Stop.
That's the boy. Beautifully done.
Lovely. Now,
Didn't he do well?
Just do a little bit on here.
I don't want to look.
Over. Now, that's wicked.
No, but now that's
You
naughty.
must stop-
Now,
now, you're
don't
gonna
you
have
ever
to
do
do
this
that.
at home? Don't you do this at home?
You're going to
Mr.
have to
Blobby?
clear
You're
all
being
this up, Mr.
terrible
Blobby, when we
today.
finish, because
Terrible.
you've made all your own mess. Now, don't touch the plate.
Now, you'll be going outside.
Oh, you won't get any after.
Now, you know where we said we'd take you afterwards?
Oh, you know,
No. He's gone mad. He's gone.
Have we any liquid cream, Mr. Blobby?
Yes,
Let me have some
yes,
of
the
that
cream.
squodgy cream
Look,
over there.
Squodgy cream, Mr.
No,
Blobby, and I'm
ah.
leaving the set now.
Give him some sauce.
Give him some sauce to play
Right,
with.
but not
right.
too much, because otherwise... No, no. Not yet, not
A
yet.
bit early. I think you do the
Give it
cream,
to
David.
the, Now, what we're going to show... No, don't you...
Yes, have a punch up the two of you.
Now, just
Now, Mr.
relax.
Calm down.
Oh,
Calm
what a
down.
bloody blob!
Now watch closely.
Oh,
This is just...
Blobby
All
blob.
right, you can blobby blob in a moment. I will just show you what we're going to do first. You just take a little bit of this cream and just dab it like that. Put some little blobs on there like that. Oh, I'm shaking. They say never work with animals and kids. You can get that. And that's that like that. And then I get the skewer.
Let Mr. Blobby do this.
No, he's not. He's doing his own. And then just run that through like that.
Great.
You see? And you get little pretty pictures. All right, we'll do you... This is a pot of frozen
Hurry,
food.
will you? Get it open.
No, here we are, here we are. Now, put your little bit of cream on.
Now,
Just
here's
a
a
moment.
little... Here's a...
Double.
Here's a skewer.
Here's a skewer. Now, make patterns. Make pretty patterns.
Now, make pretty patterns out of the cream. Just go squinch that. Beautiful. Oh,
so what we're going to get out for you in a moment, we'll have a quick clean-up. Mr. Blobby will continue cooking.
He's going to wash up.
And then we'll show you what we've actually cooked.
Beautifully done.
These are little tuna... Oh, they're the tuna boats they were. Well, I never did. Did your mother never tell you to be careful?
Are we ready?
These are the big... Oh, lovely, Mr. Blobby. We've saved that one.
You have done well.
That's terrific.
Well,
All
children,
one of
that's
you,
how you
sir.
give an elegant little lunch for as many people as you'd like to ask.
Hello. Do you know what this is, Mr. Blobby?
Oh, blop, blop.
That's right. It's money.
Oh.
Long, long ago, Mr. Blobby's ancestors didn't have any money. They swapped things. Like this. Hello, old Farmer Blobby.
Hold it. Well, should have crossed there. Should have crossed there, Barry.
It's difficult to swear in that costume. Say I wanted one of old Farmer Blobby's sheep. Hello, old Farmer Blobby.
Oh, Blobby, 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 Blobby.
In exchange, I'm going to give you this bag of flour.
Oh, Blobby, Blobby, Blobby.
Where's the sheep?
Blobby bean.
OK, back again. Stop, please.
Blobby. Oh, the
Right.
Blobby.
Thank you. Oh, here you are.
Where's my flour? Oh, Blobby.
This is a very heavy sheep.
Oh, oh, oh,
Thank you, old Farmer Blobby.
Would you like to lose a sheep, Barry?
No, I think it's very funny.
No, that's fine.
What would happen if I put the sheep down?
Do we know if that sheep stands up?
Yes. I could put the sheep down, sort of here, which gets it...
Blobby sheep. Blobby sheep.
Yeah, we asked for a standing sheep. Because you're walking later, Val. You're walking later
Yes.
on...
So I could say, or heavy sheep, and put it down with relief.
Oh, Blobby sheep.
Whenever they wanted to go shopping. So they settled on the Blobby bean. Mr. Blobby's got one to show you.
Oh, well, big Blobby.
The Blobby bean was used as money. A bag of flour was worth 2 Blobby beans.
Hold it. You all right there?
You all right?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Where was the sheep? Okay.
Chipped over the
Fallen over. I didn't think it would stand up. It's too difficult to put down and stand up.
That was my fault for putting it down. I didn't think he's... because you can't see it.
No, it fell down, Val.
You
We're gonna have
okay?
to strike that sheep.
Yeah, I'm all right.
For a second, I thought you'd done it for fun. And a cow was worth 25 Blobby beans. Are you going to help me count them, Mr. Blobby? Well, of course, you couldn't always carry so many Blobby beans around with you. So the ancient Bobbylandians invented paper money. And Mr. Blobby, you've got some paper money, haven't you?
Tree, isn't it?
There you are. It's over there.
Hold it, please. Same place, please. Stand by.
So will you help me count it, Mr. Blobby?
Blobby, Blobby, Blobby. Oh, Blobby, 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 Blobby.
Of course, you couldn't always carry so many Blobby beans around with you. So the ancient Bobbylandians invented paper money. And Mr. Blobby, you've got some paper money, haven't you? That's it. This is worth 5 Blobby beans. So you give me the money, and I give you...
Fine. Oh, we got no Blobby beans. They're all over the floor. Because they're all on the floor.
And this one is worth a massive... 100 Blobby beans. There you are. You're going to enjoy that, aren't you? Well, of course, with all this money, you have to find somewhere safe to keep it all. And that's what banks are for. Right, if you give me some money. Thank you. Yes, yes, I think that's enough to open an account with. Thank you. And I'll give you a checkbook. And if I want to give Mr. Blobby some money, I can actually write him a cheque. 10 Blobby beans, Val Singleton. There you are. There's a cheque. But you must have my cheque card so that you can check that my signature is the same as the one on the cheque.
Oh, Blobby.
Well, if you want to get some actual Blobby beans, you can get your cash. There's a cash point over here. Come on. Now, what we're going to do, if you leave me be, is put the cheque card in like that, press your special numbers, and you should get some money. There you go. You're going to pick the money up. You pick the money up. When you've got your cash, you can go and spend it on anything you like.
It's a beautiful day here in Blobbyland. Saturday, when everyone goes shopping. Of course, not everyone can find exactly what they want. But that's probably because they weren't looking hard enough. Oh, Blobby, will you listen to that shirt? Because Mr. Blobby will be going on holiday soon, he needs to get a photograph for his passport. Even Blobby needs identification. Mr. Blobby, you look better in your photograph. For his holiday, Mr. Blobby will need a new bucket and spade. That's a bit of luck, Blobby. A nice big bucket. But what's that inside it? Oh, must be sandpaper. Blobby loves his visits to the supermarket. It's so straightforward. Mr. Blobby seems to have attracted the attention of someone very important. Supermarkets like to attract shoppers with nice, shiny skinned fruits. Some shoppers, though, are attracted by other things. Blobby selects a nice orange for himself. Oh gosh, is it autumn already? It looks like Blobby's found out fruit is good if you want to weigh less. Mr. Blobby's unique sense of smell hunts out the fresh bread counter. No wonder bread is a staple of our diets. It's so versatile. You can do so much with bread. Even eat it.
Excuse me, sir. Haven't done anything, but you have. You're our 1 millionth customer, and I have great pleasure in telling you that your shopping today is costing you nothing.
Being good with money prepared Blobby for the rigours of shopping, but nothing could prepare Blobby for the rigours of meeting Will Carling.
Hello, Mr. Blobby. Yes, it's a beautiful day today here in Blobbyland, isn't it?
Blobby, blobby.
I'm going to have a game of rugby today, I think.
Oh, blobby, blob, 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 blob.
I think it's a good idea, too. Do you know how to play rugby, Mr. Blobby?
Blobby, blobby.
Never mind, never mind.
Blobby, blobby, blobby.
I can teach you how to play, Mr. Blobby.
Oh, blobby.
But first of all, we need a ball. We can't actually play without a ball. Have you got a ball, Mr. Blobby?
Blobby, blobby, blobby.
Ah, I know. Why don't you use some of your blobby magic?
Blobby, blobby, blobby. Blobby.
Wow! Brilliant!
Blobby.
Now...
Can we hold it down?
Shut up.
I'm not convinced by this. Would you mind doing that? It's just that process again of holding out, but with a real rugby ball, because that looks weird on the monitor to me.
Blobby ball. The blobby ball.
Shut up.
I don't know. It depends whether.
Yeah, maybe we should use that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing that bit again then.
Yeah, but I think it's worth doing. But I'm sorry, Will, to make you go through this process again.
Sorry.
And Barry, of course. I'm sorry. I should have made my mind up earlier.
Never mind. Yes, from here.
Hang on, sorry.
You're all right, Barry.
I didn't mean to tread on his toe.
I see it. Okay, so stand by. Settle down, everyone. Stand by for the cue.
I know. Why don't you magic us with some of your blobby magic? You can produce a ball for us. Will you? I missed that. I thought he was just hitting me.
Come on, Barry. I said animated. I didn't say, you know, grievous bodily harm. Come on.
You win the game, Mr. Blobby, by scoring points.
Ooh.
And to do that, you need the ball, and you have to run and get over the opponent's goal line and put it down for a try.
Ooh.
And then you convert that.
Yeah, here we blob, here we blob, here we blob. Blobby, 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 blob.
You win the game by scoring Mr. Points, Mr. Blobby. And you do that by... Mr.
By Mr. Points, you said.
Mr. Oh, right.
Yeah,
I thought I said
scoring
Mr.
points,
Mr.
yeah.
Okay. All right, same place again.
Right, sorry. And that means I grab you and try and stop you and basically throw you to the floor.
Oh, blobby, oh, blobby.
Hold it there.
But what we do is we basically bend down and bind against each other and put the ball in, and then we try and hook it back to our own side with our feet. So you have to put your arms up here.
Oh, blobby.
Right, so I'll hook it back, which means I win the scrum. I wish you'd stop swearing. And you push. That's it. And we put the ball in like that, and then we try and hook it with our feet. So I'll hook it back, and I'll win the scrum. Right, Mr. Blobby.
Blobby, blob, chicken.
I've got the ball, and I'm running for the line.
Blobby. Oh, Blobby. Oh, Blobby, Blob. Oh.
I don't believe this.
And this quiet superstar surprised us all when he revealed on live television that not only was there a Mrs. Blobby, but a baby Blobby as well.
NTV now visits the home of a true superstar. Go! Hello, Mr. Blobby! Hello, Mr. Blobby! Boo! Hello, Mr. Blobby! Hello! Hello, Blobby! Blobby, mind the language. Mind the language there. I don't want you swearing at all here, Blobby. Do you know who set you up for this, Blobby? Yes, it was your wife, Mrs. Blobby. It was Mrs. Blobby who set you up. Blobby. Let's just have a little look round the Blobby household while he gets his breath there. There's a very nice lamp in the background. That's fine taste, and the Blobby vision. I can see, yes, very nice Blobby vision. And did I see a Blobby fish there? Yes. What do you call the Blobby fish? There you are. Right, now, you might look a little worried, Mr. Blobby, because I've got them. Yes, the photos. I've got the photos, and here's Mr. Blobby as a little boy at school. Isn't that lovely? And you were quite a sports star, weren't you, in your day? Yes. Yeah. There we got very proud member of the primary school cricket team. Was he any good at sport, Mrs. Blobby? No, hopeless. Now, Mr. Blobby, am I right in thinking that as a teenager you had problems, didn't you? It wasn't the happiest time in your life. No, because he, as you will see from this picture of him in the park, he got a lot of extra spots. Yeah, and he didn't really... Were you good with the girls in those days? Oh, Blobby. All right, he was... Yeah, OK. He was very keen on music. There he is on the college steps playing his guitar. What musical influence did you have, Mr. Blobby? Oh, Blobby Dylan. Blobby Dylan. Blobby Dylan. However, am I right in thinking that there is a sad side to your life, that when you left school, that in fact, you found it very difficult to get a job? Yeah? Yeah. It is so. And week after week you go to the Blob Centre. And there wouldn't be a blob there for you at all. So he took up busking using his musical ability, and there you see him standing in a doorstep trying to raise money for his lovely wife. But, and I think I have to say, thanks to the house party, you've become a bit of a celebrity now, haven't you? Yeah, things are better. And you are, of course, now a friend of the famous and an advisor to the famous. Probably explains a lot about the state we're in at the moment here. We have a tribute for you, Mr. Blobby, all the way from Italy. One of our top sports personalities wants to say a big thank you to you. You've helped Will Carling, you've helped Garth Crooks and Wayne Sleep, and this man.
Hi, Blozzer. Well, I bet you're surprised to see me. I wouldn't miss this for the world. You've been a fantastic mate for me, and you've really helped me throughout my career. And not only that, I think if you hadn't showed me that offside rule, there's no way I would have scored half the goals that I did. And for cheer me up, you know, jumping on my left knee when I had the operation on the right, just to take away the pain. Fantastic to see. I heard you're a fantastic player, and no doubt can only get better from learning from someone like yourself. But, as I say in Italy, I will a laugh.
An emotional tribute from somebody that you've helped a lot over the years. What's that noise? What's that noise? What's going on there? Baby Blobby! Oh, I had no idea there was a baby Blobby. Oh, one of the. Oh, that is lovely. One of the best showbiz secrets, I would say, that there is a baby Blobby there. Mrs. Blobby, does he change any of the nappies there? No, I suppose that would be a little bit of a mess. Thank you, the Blobbies, stars of MTV.
Of course, all hard-working superstars need a rest. and Blobs is no exception. Welcome to Blobbyland's busy international airport. There's great excitement today as we await the arrival of the most famous jet setter of the age. Here comes his car now. Oh, Mr. Blobby seems to be upset about something. It seems the driver's roof rack has fallen off in the journey. If Mr. Blobby doesn't mind me saying, he seems to be making a lot of fuss about a suitcase. Arriving at airports can be a lot of fun. With the scramble for trolleys, the automatic doors and the moving walkway, no wonder we all like to travel. Yes, those moving walkways are certainly a big help to the traveller. It looks like Mr. Blobby's suitcases could be overweight. Mr. Blobby likes to be comfortable, so it's important that he's happy with the seating arrangements. After all that lifting, Mrs. Blobby has to rest her weary self. Whoops! And off she goes. Just as well she's not wanted on the voyage. Mr. Blobby, excuse me, haven't you forgotten something? Mr. Blobby arrives at the security checkpoint, where hand baggage is scanned and people are searched. Even if he breathes in, he still can't get through. I wonder what they'll do in a case like that. Mr. Blobby is a stickler for security and a man who believes you can't be too careful. This is one of Mr. Blobby's favourite jokes. He disguises himself so no one knows it's him. Let's see if he gets away with it. In the air, it's important to know where everything is, and the seasoned traveller will ensure everything he requires for his journey is in place.
It's meant to be, Uncle.
Mr. Blobby. Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Blobby? Oh, I beg your pardon. Carry on. Excuse me. Excuse me. Do you know Mr. Blobby? Oh, good. It's a pleasure to have you on board. And, would you care to have a look in our cockpit? No, it's the bit in the front, where we fly the plane from. Take that to be a yes.
Hello, Blobby. You flying the plane? No, I thought not. I am.
Where to? Blobby Land. I've just come from there.
Blobby, Blobby.